you said you got a good story for us. Let me hear it.
Listen, folks. I got a couple of them, but I'll only tell one for tonight.
Go for
Tomorrow before bed, I'll tell you another one. But
give me a date.
Story?
Just give me a date. Just
so yeah, you guys. I mean, I've been around. I've done some stuff, and so this one is. I haven't told it too much. I will probably knows it. Maybe not you guys.
Rare exclusive story. I'm all for it, man.
So yeah. So basically, competition time. I'm in France. I'm at the final top 12. Which was, a big event in my French team.
Was this recent or was it?
That was about a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, I'd say. But so I'm over there. We were battling for the biggest final, so to be like a France champion with the team. And so we're sitting on a strong team, and we're going up against a strong team. And so the competition goes brilliantly, like really good performance on our side, and we ended up winning, which was absolutely crazy because it was like. Historical breaking was the first time my club ever won, and everybody was going crazy. People were crying. Like
this guy's a history maker right here.
Listen, I was sitting there like for me going for that, like to compete for the team is obviously super great. They speak French. I speak French. I know some of the guys because they are in the French national team.
It doesn't mean.
But it doesn't for me. It's
much.
not like I was proud. I was glad. I was happy. But people were crying. I was like, yeah, what's going on? He's like. Am I getting a new car for this? How does that work?
Is my paycheck double?
But so basically, we finished the comp. Everybody's going crazy, right? Like crazy. And in Europe, like oftentimes, like in Germany, in France, it's like after comps, like it's party time, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And so everybody starts like, okay, let's unpack the beer. We go eat, and like they start like unfolding the whole crazy schedule we're about to go through after the comp because like it's party night, and right before I'm about to be like, okay, let's change and head to the party, there's that guy coming to me with the form. He's like, yeah, you've been selected for testing. And I'm like, again, right? Because I'm that unlucky guy.
It's
I
always
get
you,
tested
man.
too
It's
often.
always you.
And so I'm like, fine, let's go. I'm ready, like I'm ready to perform again, right? And so he's like, well, that sounds like good. So I go to the testing area, let's call it that way, and I see like 6 other gymnasts, girl and male and female, sitting there waiting. And so I'm like, okay, there's a lot of people waiting. I'm like, there's probably like, so generally the people that have been tested, you guys been tested, is like to an event, there's more than only like one testing station, right?
Yeah.
You can go like 2 at a time, usually at least.
Testing like bathroom. They test you in the bathroom.
Yeah. But there's like at least like one girl and one guy can go at the same time, right? With two people. So I'm like, okay, that shouldn't be too long, right? Because I told him, I was like, hey, I'm ready, it's loaded. And so he's like, yeah, no, there's only one, right? We're gonna have to wait. And so I'm like, it's fine. And so I'm like, it's cool. 6 people shouldn't be too long. 30 minutes goes by, an hour goes by. An hour and 30 minutes goes. And then right now, after like an hour and 30 minutes, 45, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, and I'm like, I'm tapping on the floor, and
Are you starting sweating yet?
I'm not feeling too good, And I tell my guy, like the guy that you have to sign a form that follows you around everywhere. I'm like, listen, man, I have to go. Like, this is no joke. Like, I'm ready. Can we please like wrap this up, right? And so beside me, you have one of my teammates that was on my team with me who won with me, and he's like dying. Because he's also waiting. He's been waiting for more than an hour like me. But he's like, he's not good, man. Man is like shaking. He's like trembling. And he's like, he starts yelling. And I'm like, okay. So this is serious, right? So I might have to sacrifice myself because I think he needs it more than me. So I'm like, okay, you go ahead of me, okay? I'll go last. So the 5th person goes.
Taking one for the team,
The
bro.
6th person goes. And then I was like the last one, right?
Yeah.
And then now we're down like 2 hours. But bro, like I was ready to go before it even started. So I can't, I will skip a couple of the parts because at this point I was like not only not good, I was like in pain. I was extremely frustrated, and a lot of like words came out of my mouth, and I was like, this is not too polite. Let's say that way. It's not too polite.
Yeah.
But I was about to just like, do it on the floor at this point, And so I go crazy. I knock on the door like, I have to go. Get me in. And she's like, give me a minute. It's a minute. We're not done. I'm like, listen. I take my guy just like this, I was like, I'm at this level. Like I'm basically disrespectful, and I take this guy's like, listen, man, it's now or I'm doing it on the floor or somewhere else. Like I'm doing it now. So he's like, okay, don't worry. He busts in open the test station. The guy is like filling out the last forms. He's like putting the liquids in the 2 container. He's clipping them up. Like, he's still in there. He needs still to sign stuff. And I'm like, I have to go. I bust open, like, behind him, so I follow him. I snatch a cup, so which is not too... You know, it was not
it's not by
not
the
the way
rule.
it's supposed to happen, but I was like, I really need to. The guy follows me. We go in there together. She's like, okay, but be careful. And then we're gonna sign the form after. So it was really not like according to what it's usually done. But like I had to go, snatch the cup, go in the bathroom, drop that pants, and I just, bro, it just went flying.
Did you fill up 3 cups
Listen,
instead of 1?
listen, man, it went up flying to the point where like it was everywhere. I couldn't control this thing. Like it was.
No way.
I'm telling you, I never went through this in my life, but this was crazy.
There's
crazy.
a first time for everything.
Listen,
Did
Did you
I
piss
was
straight into the cup?
no, it was everywhere. It started everywhere. It went on the wall, bro.
Because like
I had it on me.
you know, if you have like a lot
No
in
way.
I had it. So listen,
if you have a lot in you, you take a piss, and then you like kind of.
no, I can't. No, you can't. No. When it's that strong?
was in the red zone.
When it's
No,
that
no, no,
strong?
no.
Red zone.
Red zone, you can't block
I understand
thing
if
yet.
it's like heavy.
The heaviest in my life.
You can only pinch it when you got like.
Bro, I was crying. It was coming from my eyes, you know?
At the point of no return, bro. There ain't no looking back. The bridges were burned.
Bro, it was bad. And so when I unfolded and it went crazy. I had all over my shirt. The guy that was following me around, he was behind me, right? He was grabbing my shoulder over me. He was like, "You're okay. You're gonna make it. Don't worry." He's like, if I was giving birth or something, he's like, "You're okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just let it go." And I'm like, ah, I was like, this is crazy,
Oh man.
And then, so basically, finished the test. The thing was completely full. I could have filled up 6 of them, no problem. I go back, I look at the lady, I say, "You're not doing your work, lady. This is absolutely terrible." And she's like, "I'm sorry, it's because there's a lot of people in it." I'm like, I don't care. And all this was in French, right? But I'm like, yeah, I don't care. And I was like, I was frustrated, right?
Yeah.
I was really frustrated. And I was like, because it really should never be that way. And I was like, listen, just let's get it over with, right? So we get it over with. And at the end, she's like, "Dude, you want to leave a comment?" I said, hell yeah, I want to leave a comment. Say, this was absolute bullshit. This was like the worst ever test I've ever done and whatsoever. And I leave. When I got out, all the boys were like already partying at the at the party place outside of the gym. Everybody had beers. I walked out of there like, my eyes were dead. Like I was dead inside. I was like not feeling it. And one of the guys was like, "Yo, Felix, where were you at, man? We were waiting for this to be like 2 hours." I say like, like what the fuck? Like man. Like obviously I know. I was all over the place trying to piss in a cup, bro. So it
Don't
was
say
tough.
a word. Don't say a word.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, just don't talk to me. Give me a beer." It was like, "Yo, you want a beer?" I was like, "I need a beer." And then he saw on my t-shirt, I was wet. He was like, "Why are you wet on your t-shirt?" I said, "I pissed myself." it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, that's the story. I chugged 2 beers after that, and I feel better. So.
And you have to piss again.
Man's gonna be mad. I pissed every single hour for the next 2 weeks after this.
If
Like,
that
it was
happened to
crazy.
me, every time I had to take a piss, I would be pissed.
That sounds funny, but
Every time I pull up to the bathroom, be like, that one doping control lady.
oh no, that was crazy. No, I'm telling you, like you know when you do a doping control, if even if you do them sometimes, some people are better than others, but it's
Yeah.
always a little bit like sometimes it takes 2 attempts because it's a little bit weird. It's like,
Yeah.
But that time, my guy, nothing was holding me back. Like it was instant to the point. I mean, it started when I was not out yet, type deal. So it was,
I mean,
Crazy stuff.
It's a little weird.
Crazy
You walk in, somebody's gonna
crazy
watch you like
stuff.
piss. It's like
Yeah.
somebody you don't know either. So it's some random guy
Yeah.
that showed up with a badge. You're like,
you're like, there's another one.
Pretty uncomfortable.
I can
Although-
see them coming. Usually, I was like, oh, he's coming for me.
yeah,
he got
yeah.
the pad. He's coming for me.
Although Felix has given me some good tips and tricks on how to make it less weird. So
There you go. So again, guys, if you need tips, I got them all.
yeah,
Pee in front of
how to pee on command.
River flow on YouTube.
Yes.
River flow on YouTube.
Put the headphones. Put little TJ. Just relax. Relax. Turn on the
honestly.
tap water.
Tap
You'll be
water,
fine. You'll be
the
fine.
calming thoughts.
Remember,
waterfalls.
you'll be taking beers after, and then it comes.
It comes.
Yeah. So that's the story, boys. But that's one of many. But
Will,
yeah,
can
that's a crazy
you
one.
top that? Have you ever pissed your pants, man?
That was crazy. That was a crazy
I
one.
never pissed my pants, but
Listen, it was on purpose. First of all, okay.
yeah.
I've been forced to
know.
do it.
We know.
Yeah, but doping control, I'm more like the other guy. Like it's taking like fucking 3 hours to
take a piss. And,
Yeah.
but that's another story. I want to go like a traveling story that I've done that was
Is it
like.
Dulcie leaving his luggage in the
Hey,
airport?
yo, we got enough of that. We got enough of that.
That's
You're-
another
you're
one.
How many,
Hey, yo.
times, how many
No,
times that
but-
happened, bro? Come on now.
Ah, fuck, I don't know.
Too many.
Dude. Yeah. But for me, I was going to Portugal with my coach and I was junior. So I was like 16, 17.
This was Adrian, right?
Adrian, we're going to it was like just right before it was getting to a World Cup in Guimarães. So they were like test running it to be a World Cup.
Okay.
So it was a junior kind of tournament and senior also. Went there, just me and Adrian. So do my luggage, do stuff. And my parent always asked me like, oh, you have this, your passport, stuff like
Did you
that.
bring
I'm
your
just like,
underwear?
yeah, I have everything. No. Confident. Get in the car, drive to the airport. Go to the airport and I see Adrian. He's with me. We meet with my parents. And then when my dad saw Adrian, we're just like, okay, I'm going to head out, drive, stuff like that.
He doesn't have his passport.
Went back to get our ticket and drop our luggage and stuff like that. Adrian goes, everything's fine. She takes me in, look at me and she said, you're not going. I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean? You don't choose for me. And she was like, yeah, your passport, it's not good. So I needed 3 months of clearance before it was getting expired. And when I was leaving, it was good. But when I was getting back, I had 2 months and 28 days, not 3 months. And she was like, you're gonna get stuck in Portugal. So I was like, okay, but what should I do? And she's like, you need another passport if you want to go. I was like, what? So went there, called my dad. I was shaking so bad to call my dad and just said like, Dad, I'm not going. And it's just like, and like so,
I've been arrested.
from that, Adrian went to Portugal that night. He went there, was like, I guess we'll meet you there somehow.
Maybe.
So went there, went back to my place, look it up like how to do a fucking passport in 24 hours. And there was an express one that you had to pay. So we're just like, okay, we're gonna go to that downtown, do my passport at 7 a.m. like when the door opened. Like I'm not like kidding with that. So went to the office and they say, yeah, we can do that, but we need to prove that you're leaving like tonight. You're like, okay, but will I have my passport? And oh, we don't know. It's like, okay, so you asked me to have a proof that I'm leaving tonight to make that passport, but I don't know if I'll have that passport tonight.
So you tell a girl,
hang on.
I left yesterday.
You need you need the passport. You need the passport to get the ticket, but you need the ticket to get the passport.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
Because it's between
Yeah.
24 hours to 48 hours to make the passport in Express. I'm just like, yeah, but like if I buy the ticket, am I going to get on the plane for that ticket? And those tickets, like I don't know if you ever bought like a 12-hour tickets.
Yeah.
It's
hella
expensive,
buddy.
Yeah.
so my parents were just like, okay, but like if we're buying those, like we need those passport. I need that passport. So I'm just like, okay. And then we kind of did not buy, and we're just like, yeah, we bought this ticket with the fact, like with the bill of it, but we never bought it. It was just like the cumulative of like with the taxes of how much, and we did a screenshot of that and just like showed to them.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay, that's good. So waiting. Passport came out at 5:00 p.m. and that ticket that we showed was leaving at 10:00 p.m. So I had like 5 hours to get my stuff back at home with my luggage and get back to the airport afterward.
Yeah.
Or I think I had my luggage in the car, so we probably drive right away to the airport. Took the plane. There was a layover in Charles de Gaulle for 4 hours. It's like one of the biggest airport. It's the first time I'm taking the airplane alone. Like I'm able to do it, but I'm 16 and it's like the biggest airplane. I have to change like terminal and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Okay, that's a
Wait,
big.
what country is this?
That's in France.
In France.
Okay,
Yeah, it's in France, and then getting in Portugal, and then I had like a 2-hour drive of bus, and there was someone with a little sheet, like we was saying, like William Moore, but it could have been like anybody who could have kidnapped me. It was just like, yeah, that's the comp, I guess. So I went there and meet Adrian at the like the first time I see Adrian in the last 48 hours, like at the training hall, and he's just like lying on the floor like that. You're just like, yeah, you made it. Just like that.
It's like, oh, I got an athlete at the competition. Finally.
Time to work. I thought I had a vacation.
Got a punch. Time
And
to clock in.
actually,
Call you
like-
later, baby. Okay, get to
And
work.
actually, I did pretty good at that comp. Finished second all around, second on ring, and second on floor. I think.
Shout out to the guy who has no
And I had
passport.
like a crazy night with Joel Moldauer and Alan Bauer. That was
It'd be
really,
crazy
really
with
nice.
Joel,
That's when
man.
we met
Yo.
them. That's when I met them for the first time. But like this story is gonna stay forever in my family. It's always like, is your passport good? Is it expired? I'm just like,
yeah, we'd be
go
getting
to
bullied
hell.
for those
and
type
like
of things.
I'm kind of the guy that usually I know where my stuff are and I'm
Yeah,
really
you're very
organized and stuff like
organized.
that. So
No,
for
you're
me-
not.
it depends on what. It depends on what.
Okay.
But for traveling, usually I'm good. So now it caught me by it got
So
me by
that's like
surprise.
that's like the
so
joke
bad.
in your family, right?
Oh yeah.
Running
Of
gag.
My,
or
the
side
joke,
thing.
the running gag in my family is, did Jason burn the cookies again?
Jason burned the cookie again.
Nobody
That's
can
okay,
relate,
I'll
buddy.
eat
Yo, you like anything
Who
crispy,
burned the
man.
curry? That's the inside here, eh?
Ah,
Jesus
you know what?
Christ. The place almost went in fire.
They kind of melted. There was too much butter in them. I was making them with a girl. She was very pretty. I got distracted. You know,
Of course.
Of
yeah.
course.
things happen.
I got distracted.
And
Buddy, they're
the
cookies.
The cookies kind of melted.
Not only the
So-
cookie melted, eh? Sorry.
Yo, hey,
That's
yo.
enough for today, boys. No, but for real, on est à combien de temps? Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
Clock it out.
Wanna
See
end
ya.
it with
Peace
it?
out. Zoo.
On behalf of the Rise Experience team, I want to thank you for listening and for all of your support. If you enjoyed listening, consider subscribing and following our socials so that you never miss what's coming up next.